Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and today we're going to discuss the one ahead and one behind principles. Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where my goal is to help make you the best possible entertainers that you can be. Now, the other day I posted a video with a cool coins to glass routine that took advantage of some really interesting techniques in magic. Of course, I'm talking about the one ahead and the one behind principles. Now, I wanted to break those down in this video so that you guys can get a little bit of a better understanding of those two principles at work. Now, if you haven't seen the video yet, if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link in the video description here so you guys can go check out the performance. Of course, if you want to actually learn that routine as well, you're more than welcome to go ahead and check out the tutorial in the tutorials playlist. To access those videos, of course, all you have to do is become a Mob Squad member. Speaking of Mob Squad members, let's go ahead and jump right into announcements. If you haven't already done so, make sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell. That way you know every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to support the channel for just $1 a month, consider clicking that join button and become a Mob Squad member. Members will get access to a bunch of really cool stuff. Of course, I'm talking about my tutorials, early access to videos. I'll even shout you out right here on the channel. So ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome some of our newest members. Say hello to J.R. Lamarkind, sorry if I butchered your name, Colin Adamson, Lay Milna Magician. Great names today, guys. Sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Jeff K, Seth Hapida, and Gary Freed. Seriously, thanks to all of you guys for becoming members, for supporting the channel, for supporting me. All of your love and support is always appreciated. It's because of you guys I'm able to keep this channel going, and that same love is extended to everyone that continues to watch all of my videos, share all of my videos, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's talk about using the one ahead principle. I'm going to do a small section of the coins to glass routine so you guys can kind of see, and we're going to kind of break this down a little bit. This is going to kind of be a spoiler-free version of it. So again, if you want to learn this, I recommend joining. If you want to see the routine itself, I recommend you watch the video. Links to everything, including how to join, are in the description below. So, at one point in the routine, we make a coin fly into the glass invisibly, right? Now maybe I might want to make a second coin go into the glass. So I might show the glass, I might show the coin, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put the coin into the glass just like this. We'll take a second coin, throw it into the air, and catch it into the glass. Now, I know what you're thinking. Obviously, there's no way that there's more than one coin in there, yet when I reach into the glass, you can see that there's one and two coins. So now you might be wondering, well, how the heck did he get that coin into the glass, right? So we're going to talk about something called the one ahead principle. All this really means is that you are one ahead of the audience. They think there's only one coin in the glass from the beginning, when in reality, there are already two coins in the glass. So when I take this third coin and I toss it into the air, it looks like that second coin falls into the glass, but in reality, it was already there from the beginning. Now, in order to do this, it's really simple. All I do is when I show the coin like this, I show the empty glass like this, and I drop the coin in, I'm just dropping a second coin in with it. So there's actually already two coins inside the glass, putting me one ahead of the spectator. They think there's one, but there's really already two. So now all I have to do is just vanish another coin, and I can make it look like that coin flew into the glass to join the other coin already inside. That is an example of a one ahead principle. Now, what about the one behind principle? It's really interesting because both of these ideas are polar opposites of each other, but they both work in the same way to do the same thing, if that kind of makes sense. So let's take a look now at the one behind principle. Of course, nothing inside the glass. We'll go ahead and drop a coin inside just like this. take another coin, make it invisible, toss it in the air, and catch it inside the glass. Of course, leaving us with 2 coins landing in the glass together. Now, I know you might be thinking, you just did the same thing again. It looked exactly the same. But the truth is, this was actually a completely different technique. Remember, in the other technique, I had loaded 2 coins in the glass and made a 3rd coin travel across and into the glass. In this scenario, there really only ever is 1 coin in the glass the entire time. And then I reveal 2. So the way that that works is there's 1 coin in the glass, and now I'm 1 behind, so I can pretend to catch the coin inside the glass, but really there's only 1 coin in the glass. The audience thinks that there are 2 coins in there, so at this point the audience is ahead of me, which puts me 1 behind. So now I need to make them think that the coin has landed into the glass, and the easiest way to do that is I'm just concealing a coin in this hand. When I dump the coin into this hand, they think I've dumped both coins out of the glass, when in reality, there was only ever 1 coin in the glass to begin with. Now that we know that, let's go ahead and do both techniques one more time back to back so you guys can see them, okay? You can actually see them in action. So I have a glass here. We already made 1 coin fly across and travel inside, okay? So there's already 1 coin in there. Now we need to make the 2nd coin go across. So here's the 2nd coin here, just like this. Toss it into the air. Catch it inside of the glass, leaving me with 2 coins inside of the glass, right? 1 and 2. Now, I'm going to do this one more time, okay? We'll go ahead, we'll set 1 coin aside. We're just going to place the 1 coin back inside the glass so you guys can see it. The other coin is here. Toss it into the air. Catch it right inside the glass. Nothing here. Yet inside of the glass, we have 2 coins. Both techniques looking exactly the same, but they are different techniques. They're different methods. One of them, I was 1 ahead, and one of them, I was 1 behind. Now, this doesn't only work with coin magic. This can be done with a lot of other different things as well. Let's just say I wanted 2 spectators to each think of a playing card, right? So I have 2 cards chosen. Let's just say one of them was the Queen of Hearts and one of them was the Ace of Clubs. Now, if I was to use a Oneahead Principle, I would know the identity of one of the cards. Either I force the card or I peek at the card, right? So let's just say I know that spectator number 1 chose the Queen of Hearts, but I don't know that spectator number 2 chose the Ace of Clubs. I have no idea what card they chose. So now let's use the Oneahead Principle to figure out what the other card is. The easiest way to do that would be just to take a little piece of paper, make a prediction on the paper, fold it up, stick it in the envelope, and seal it. I would then look at that spectator and say, which card were you thinking of? They say Ace of Clubs. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, if you wrote the prediction down and you stuck it in the envelope and sealed it before they named the card, then how the heck are you supposed to know that you were supposed to write down Ace of Clubs? Well, here's the dirty little secret. You see, I did not write Ace of Clubs on that paper that I stuck in the envelope. I wrote Queen of Hearts, spectator number 1's selection. I asked spectator number 2, what card were you thinking of? They tell me. Now I know that they're thinking of the Ace of Clubs. So when I look at spectator number 1, I tell them to think of their card. I'm going to write Ace of Clubs. Fold the paper, stick it in the envelope, seal it, set it down, and now I ask them, which card were you thinking of? They're going to say Queen of Hearts. And now I have an envelope that says Queen of Hearts and Queen of Clubs. I hand the correct envelope to each spectator. They open it, they look at the prediction inside, and now they think that I was able to read both of their minds. When in reality, I was 1 ahead. I knew the identity of one of the cards already. Now, let's do that exact same thing again, only this time, let's get 1 behind now. So what would 1 behind look like in this exact same scenario? Again, same situation. Spectator number 1 chose the Queen of Hearts. Spectator number 2 chose the ace of clubs. Let's just say I don't know the identity of either card. It is possible to do this without knowing which card either spectator chose. So I'll look at spectator number 1 and I'll tell them, think of your card. I write down something, right? Just like this, fold it, stick it inside the envelope, and seal it. Then I look at the spectator and I say, which card were you thinking of? They say the Queen of Hearts. I look at spectator number 2 and I do the same thing. I take a blank piece of paper and I write down Queen of Hearts while I'm looking at them, fold it up, stick it in the envelope, and seal it. Then I look at that spectator and I say, which card were you thinking of? And they say the ace of clubs. Now, here's the situation that I'm in right now. I have an envelope with a blank piece of paper inside that I didn't write anything on, and I have an envelope with Queen of Hearts written inside the envelope, right? So at this point now, what I might do is I might take the envelope, the blank envelope, tear it open, reach inside, pull out the card, pull out the index card there, unfold it, look at that spectator and say, you said ace of clubs, right? They say yes. I turn it around and it says ace of clubs on it. But wait a minute, I thought you said that you put a blank piece of paper in there. I did, but I was one behind. So what I did was after I took the blank page out and I unfolded it, I looked at that spectator, and as I was talking to them, I used the secret device in my hand to write ace of clubs. Now, maybe if you're really good at this, you can write the words out, ace of clubs, or it could be as simple as just an A and a C, or an A and a picture, like a little picture of the pip of the club, right? So I actually did that after the fact. So I was one behind on the spectator's chosen card. I had no idea what it was till after they told me. I took it out of the envelope again and I added it after the fact. So there are thousands of different ways that you can use the one ahead and one behind principles in Magic. Oftentimes they're used in the world of mentalism, but as you guys just saw with this coins to glass routine, you can do this with just about anything. There are classic plots in Magic that use the one ahead and one behind principles. You probably already know a trick that uses a one ahead and one behind principle in Magic that you're already performing. In fact, if you are using the one ahead and one behind principle, I'd love to know which trick you are using that principle in. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have not already done so, again, please make sure to click the subscribe button. You made it all the way to the very end of this video. I would really appreciate a subscribe, a like, a share, a join, whatever you guys can do. Your love and support, again, is always appreciated. And if you haven't already done so, visit my website, o'brienmagic.com. I have an online magic shop there, packed full of magic books, downloads, accessories, all kinds of really cool stuff. Anyway, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Again, you guys are great. I'll see you next time with more advice for magicians. Take care.